What's up, friends? So today we're going to be discussing the topic of should you start a YouTube channel? Now this is a question that I think is going to go through a lot of people's minds all across the world, just because YouTube is such a massive industry. It's growing on a daily basis. Digital creators are some of the coolest, most unique, awesome people on this planet. It's such a fulfilling job because you build up a community of people that are like-minded, people that care, and if you do a good job, of monitoring and building that community, it'll be a community of people that are awesome, hopefully. And beyond that, you're building an awesome community that can help so many people, you know, whether you're creating entertaining content to help people escape some dark times in their lives, whether you're building a community of support and love to give love to people who maybe don't have it or don't have it as readily often. Maybe you're creating an inclusive community because you never had one yourself. All of these are fantastic reasons to create a YouTube channel, and for fantastic reasons why a YouTube channel is so alluring. Same with, you know, other social media platforms, but YouTube has a unique way of giving you the ability to reach the world. You know, YouTube has the biggest watch community currently. Everybody from moms to dads to youth to elders to teens, everybody watches YouTube. Everybody has a channel and or multiple channels they follow. Everybody's invested in the platform in some way or another. Even if you're not, you've definitely at least once watched a YouTube video in your life, or you're going to at some point watch a YouTube video in your life. YouTube is such a massive industry and is growing on a daily basis. The success of YouTube, or the success of creators in YouTube, is also very alluring, right? Some of these creators have earned over 100K a year. Some creators even earn over like 20, 30K a month. These numbers are not small. These numbers are not something you can accomplish with most jobs. You know, these numbers are massive. All of that can be alluring. So now you might be asking yourself, so why not create a YouTube channel, right? Because there's all this offered. One of the coolest industries by far, in my opinion, because you have the creative freedom to do whatever you want. You know, just yesterday I saw videos of a dad creating how-to videos to teach people without dads how to do simple stuff like shaving or opening cans and stuff like that. I've also seen videos from creators like Danny Duncan, who's created hundreds upon hundreds of videos that help brighten people's days on a daily basis. So there's a lot of reasons why you'd want to be a YouTuber. Now the question is, should you be a YouTuber? Now there's a lot of things to clear up before we fully tackle this question, but I think the first thing is, why are you doing it? This question is at the center of all the answers for whether you should start a YouTube channel. You need to ask yourself why you're doing it. Because if you're doing it for the money, because as I mentioned before, there are a lot of creators earning massive bags on this platform. If you're doing it for the money, you might not be in the right place. Just because there's a lot of other jobs out there that maybe don't require as much investment, don't require as much time, don't require as much effort as YouTube, and you can earn almost the similar bags. Not to say those jobs aren't difficult as well. Every job has its own difficulties and its own challenges, but YouTube is unique in that you're self-employed. You're your own boss. So you get to decide your working hours, you get to decide your content, you get to decide your creative freedom to make your channel however you want it to be, make your content however you want it to be, share what values are important to you. So if you're in it for the money, it might be very difficult, just because to make a successful YouTube account, you really need to be dedicated. Second question to answer this of should you create a YouTube channel is, who are you? Right? Who are you? What makes you different than the people around you? Whatever you choose to answer that question with, those traits are what make you special. What do you do on a daily basis that maybe others don't do? What do you do on a daily basis that you're proud of that others don't do? Those skills, those abilities, those interests are what you're gonna want to use for your YouTube. So you need to first answer that question. Who are you? What is your identity? What are you proud of? What are you passionate about? Do you love racing? Do you love movies like I do? Do you love gaming? Do you love music? Do you love comedy? There's a huge world of opportunities and huge world of things to love out there. So you need to find out for yourself, what are you most passionate about? Because if you don't have an answer to that question, I would not recommend starting a YouTube channel. I once heard a saying that says, don't expect any sort of success or monetization on YouTube without making your first 100 videos. So now you might be saying, oh, okay, so that's all it takes, 100 videos. Totally incorrect. Obviously it's a lot more than that. But 100 videos will get you on the algorithm relatively, especially if you're making relatively good content. Marcus Brownlee, the guy who is low-key the tech master now and has one of the biggest tech YouTube channels on the planet, he got his first 100 subscribers after his 100th video. Everybody starts somewhere, right? So he had to make 100 videos before he had 100 subscribers, which, in our day and age might seem like nothing. In order to earn the big bucks, you need to be up in the thousands, in the hundreds of thousands, right? But everyone starts somewhere. That's something to keep in mind. But beyond that, you need to ask yourself, what am I so passionate about that I can make 100 videos on? And beyond that, 1,000 videos on, 1,000,000 videos on. What can I consistently produce content for? And what can I do with that content that's special, that's unique, that's different than what's already offered on the platform? So for example, me with my film and show reviews, I'm focusing on flipping the script a little bit. Instead of providing a film review or like a movie review like a lot of people are doing on this platform, I'm providing all the qualities of the film or show so that the viewer can make a decision for themselves if they want to view it or not. So that's something unique. That's something different than what's already on the platform. There's another channel that is providing reviews with spoilers for people who just don't care. There's a lot of people out there who don't care about if they see spoilers. So you watch one of these guys' video reviews and they'll provide spoilers, but that will get you a better sense of the entire film altogether. Whatever it may be, the world is your oyster. You can make what type of content you want, whatever content you want. Again, as I mentioned before, that's one of the draws to YouTube. But you also got to consider, as it is a draw to YouTube, it's also a vice. It's also something that can lead you down the wrong path if you pick something you're not passionate about, if you pick something you start to falter on. Because let me tell you, one of the hardest things ever is putting out content that nobody watches, that nobody cares about, that nobody engages with. And that's something you're gonna have to deal with as a YouTuber. Same goes for if you're a streamer, a TikToker, whatever. No matter where you are, you're gonna have to deal with some level of that. Even musicians, they often put out multiple albums before they go big or before people start to notice. And that time period when they're putting out multiple albums that get little to no recognition, little to no traffic, that is such a dark and hard period, right? Because how do you keep continuing to do what you're doing when nobody cares, when nobody supports you, when you have no support? And sometimes, for musicians and stuff, they rely on the income of their music. Sometimes if you rely on the income of this pursuit, that can result in very difficult situations. Situations that further test your passion and your commitment to your channel. Will you be able to persevere? Because if and only if you can persevere, then only you should start a YouTube channel. Essentially, what I wanted to say through this whole long-winded explanation is that yes, you should start a YouTube channel. If you have something you're passionate about, if you have something you can create 100+ videos on, if you have a burning passion to create a community, to reach out to the world and find like-minded, beautiful individuals, if you have a burning passion to share with the world your interests, if you have a burning passion to help others, and if you have that drive and that you'll want to make it big, if you want to succeed and follow along the paths of so many other YouTubers that are currently succeeding, then you should definitely start a YouTube channel, because I guarantee you it'll be one of the most rewarding, fun, but challenging paths and roads you can go on. But hey, you'll never know what could have been if you never try. So I recommend at least giving it a start. If you have something, think about it, take some time to really think about what you're passionate about, what you can create a ton of content on, and then just start. Just start creating content, start creating videos, and see where it goes. Because nobody on the planet, I guarantee you, no matter what, has the ability to predict the future. When Marcus Brownlee was starting, how could he have known that he was going to grow to the channel he is now? You'll never know if you don't try. If you have a passion, if you want to make it, let me know in the comments below what that passion is. If you have that drive, it's all about creating goals and figuring out your niche, figuring out what you're good at, what you're passionate about, what you can provide to the world, and then just grinding. Just work hard, continue to do it, and one day you'll look back and you'll be proud. Hope all of you learned something from this video. I hope this video helped in any way possible, and I really hope all of you start to pursue your dreams and start to accomplish whatever you hope to accomplish with your lives. And I wish you best success if you do decide to start a YouTube channel. Leave your channels down below and I'll check them out. And as always, until next time, catch y'all later.